It's everything we got, man. Every game, every step, every breath counts.
There's the snap, the set down, the kick has been blocked. Oh my!
One-hand catch, he got it. Fires it, it's going to be intercepted.
Took the tackle and took it all the way. Oh my, was he pounded with a hit there. The ball is loose, and the Gators have recovered the football. Down toward the end zone, he's got the tight end, quarantined, touchdown. Under a blitz, he'll be hit, and he'll be grabbed and thrown down for a big sack.
Goes to the left, and it's batted down.
There's the snap to Harvin. He slips and then starts to run to the right, to the 5. He'll take it all the way in, and touchdown. He'll be hit, he'll be dropped, he's sacked. And Brandon Spike shoots through there and makes a powerful stop.
Quickly dropping back, fires one over the middle of the field. He's got David Nelson, great run, over his way, he's got a touchdown.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Extremely sorry. You know, we were hoping for an undefeated season. That was my goal. Something Florida's never done here. But I promise you one thing, a lot of good will come out of this. You have never seen any player in the entire country play as hard as I will play the rest of the season, and you never see someone push the rest of the team as hard as I will push everybody the rest of the season. And you never see a team play harder than we will the rest of this season. God bless.
Tebow's going to run it to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, and Tebow levels the blow. Oh, my.
Tebow throws the ball deep down the field. It's tipped, and then it's going to be caught by Hartman. Into the secondary, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown! Tebow on play action and throwing left deep. Lewis Murphy, he's got it. Touchdown! Looks to throw, and it's going to be intercepted. Brandon Spikes in open field, running the ball down the left sideline to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown! Oh, my! Wilson dropping back, straight back under a blitz. He's hit and dropped.
There's the snap to Harvin, trying to run to the right. Harvin down into the goal line. Touchdown! Fires the ball down toward the goal line. Manny Johnson gets it. It's tipped, and it's going to be intercepted.
Throws the ball low to Cooper at the goal line. He's got a touchdown. Dropping to throw and fires the ball off. It's intercepted by Joe Hayden. Hayden down the left sideline in midfield. Hayden to the 30s, to the speed to the 20, to the 10, and to the 5, and down to the goal line. My.
That's how you deal with. That's how you take the game. Can't stop in it. It won't stop in it. It can't stop in it. It won't stop in it. You can't stop the master. Yeah. Like it or not, it don't stop.
Marino's hit and stuff. Oh, my. Was he hit immediately?
Gonna run, jump pass, throw to the end zone, and a touchdown! David Nelson caught the jump pass in the end zone! The Gators win the national championship tonight here in Miami. The final score, the Gators 24 and Oklahoma 14.
Their first challenge would be against Hawaii, last year's Cinderella team that went undefeated and played in a BCS bowl game.
Let's stop. Got great news for you. Got great news. Gator football is back. We're going to defer. We're going to play great defense. Hey, welcome to the swamp.
The offensive-minded Warriors came out moving the ball, but the Gator D was going to put a halt to that.
He looks to throw, looks right, nothing there, wants to go left, and he'll be hit, and he'll be sacked as Lawrence Marsh gets the Gators' first sack of the season. 2nd and 10, Hawaii. Alexander looking back to throw and fires the ball down the middle of the field toward the end zone. It's going to be intercepted in the end zone as Ahmad Black, playing center field, intercepts the ball to the end zone for the Gators' first takeaway. The true sophomore from Lakeland with his first career interception.
Tim Tebow and company wasted no time getting warmed up.
And here's now Tebow trying to option, but will keep the ball to the right. Now nothing there. Reverses field. Tebow off to the left to the 10. Tebow to the 5. Tebow down to the pylon. Thought he had a touchdown signal, but they're going to say just stepped out of bounds. No score. Here now is the handoff on a running play. Brandon James will get into the end zone easily. Brandon James drives it in.
With Florida up by 7, the Gator defense kept up the pressure.
Alexander out of the shotgun, takes the snap, looks to throw, and fires the ball to the right. It's going to be intercepted by the Gators, and it's going to be brought back. It's going to be a touchdown. Major Wright.
After Major Wright took it to the house after a timely pick, the Gators had put up 14 unanswered points. Florida's offense struggled, but After another defensive stop, the always dangerous Brandon James and the special teams worked their magic.
James 35-40, 45-50 across midfield. James at the 40. James on the near sideline. There goes James. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown! 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 Oh my! Brandon James with an electrifying punt return for the Gators.
With Florida up by 21, Joe Hayden and the fired-up Florida D got physical. And before the clock ran down to end the first half, the Gator offense would strike again.
And there is the snap, and the handoff comes to Rainey. He steps to the right, now veers it to 20. Rainey to the 15. Rainey behind the blocker to the 10 to the 5, and he's going to take it in. Chris Rainey scores a touchdown on a 34-yard run. Oh, my.
As both teams headed to the locker rooms, Florida was up with a solid 28-0 lead. Coming out of the half, Florida's special teams would get the offense back on the field.
That marker across the 40. He got the marker. First down. There's the snap to Tebow. Hands the ball off quickly on the inside handoff. It's a running play to Jeff Dimps. Dimps breaks through to the secondary. Coming near sideline to the 30, the 25 to 20. Slips the tackle and take it all the way on a beautiful 62-yard run.
Jeffrey Demps, a world-class sprinter, put Florida up 35-0 with an electrifying touchdown run. After the Gators forced a Warriors fumble, the Florida offense took only 2 plays to score again.
Tebow on play action, dropping back, looking to throw, fires a deep ball down the field. Receiver makes the catch. Louis Murphy spins free. He's going to go into the end zone with a touchdown.
Ahead by 42, the Gator front four kept up the heat, and the offense was clicking again. After another Florida touchdown, the Gator defense was looking to score.
And he's thrown another interception for Ahmad Black. And Black is going to return the ball on the near sideline. And Black inside the 50, inside the 40, gets free at the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Black is going to take it all the way for a touchdown. Oh, my.
The Warriors put up 10 meaningless points at the end. But Florida walked away with an impressive 56-10 victory.
That was excellent defensive football. That's the way to come out and play. You got offensive players that can't wait to watch your defense play. You got a head coach that can't wait to watch your defense play, because you know what? It's 4 to 6 seconds of great effort.
The Florida-Miami football rivalry dates back to 1938, but it's not your typical annual in-state showdown like Florida State. However, the Gators had played the Canes 6 times since 1985 and lost them all. So the intensity in the swamp for this nationally televised primetime matchup was palpable. Would Urban Meyer's Gators rise to the challenge?
Well, we came to Florida for right here, big games like this.
The national media was out in force. With the ESPN Game Day crew on site, Florida has enjoyed the most appearances on the show at 27 and 10 on-campus visits ties for most of any school.
You are built for this moment. You're built for this moment. You invested in this payday. It's payday right now. Here you go. Let's go.
Florida's offense came out on the first series clicking on all cylinders.
There's the snap to Tebow under a blitz. Rolls to his left. He's got running room at the 30, at the 25. He has a first down run. Now Harbin comes in motion near sideline. There's the snap to Tebow. Hands the ball to Harbin on the sweep to the left side. 20, 15, turns the corner, gets inside the 15 and comes to the 13-yard line. Tebow dropping back under pressure. Looks to throw the ball down toward the end zone. He's got the tight end. Touchdown! Aaron Hernandez got behind him, got open, and got 6.
Florida drew first blood, and not to be outdone, the Gator D would stall the Canes.
Takes the snap, rolls off to his left, coming near the boundary, still with the ball, trying to turn the corner, and he'll be grabbed and thrown down. The great speed of Carlos Dunlap grabbed him and threw him down.
Florida's defense would hold Miami to a field goal, while Chaz Henry's picture-perfect punt created a special scoring opportunity.
Foster the punt, and the Gators are coming after it. Jeff Dimps has blocked it. They sent the house up the middle of the field. Dimps got a hand on it, and it's going to be called a safety.
Lightning quick Jeffrey Demps came through with the punt block and safety, putting Florida up by 6 at the half. The Gators came out in the second half ready to play, and the offense finally started to find its rhythm.
No backs for Tebow, who looks to throw quickly and fires for Hernandez, who makes a man miss at the 36, to the 40. Hernandez the 50, into Miami territory, and still pounding hard. And finally they slow him up and push him out of bounds. That's good for about 37 yards. Here's Tebow back to throw, fires down the field. It's a catch for Kyle Moore. The left elbow was in bounds. Tebow in the shotgun, has Harbin in motion. It's an option toss to Harbin. Harbin trying to turn left corner at the 5-yard line. Harbin will score a touchdown.
The explosive Percy Harvin got his groove back and put Florida up 16-3, while Brendan Spikes and the attacking Gator D continued to shut down the Cane offense. Tim Tebow led an aerial assault on Miami's veteran defense, and last year's Heisman Trophy winner started shredding the Hurricane secondary.
Tebow under some pressure, now steps up looking to throw and fires the ball wide open left side. Lewis Murphy, he just picked up 32 yards on a pass completion. Here's Tebow on a play action, dropping back, looking to throw down to the corner of the end zone. He's got a receiver, and it's a touchdown for Lewis Murphy.
After a slow start, the Tebow to Lewis Murphy combo finished strong, and the Gators were up 23-3. Florida's inspired defense continued its dominance, keeping the Canes on the run.
She'll be hit and drop as Jermaine Cunningham has gotten the sack. Marv in some trouble now, rolls out right, comes to the near sideline, still in some trouble. He'll be hit and dropped again as Carlos Dunlap has a sack back this time at the 7-yard line.
Miami made the mistake of punting to Florida's special teams MVP Brandon James, and he made them pay again.
James coming up on a short catch to make it at the 45 to the 40. James near side 30, 25, Brandon James to the 20, and inside the 20, got knocked down at the 16-yard line.
The Gator offense would put an exclamation point on this historic win with a Jonathan Phillips field goal to wrap up a convincing 26-3 win before a record-setting crowd of 90,833 in the Swamp. After the emotional and physical win over Miami, the Gators got a much-needed bye week to prepare for East Division rival Tennessee and the start of their SEC schedule.
You locked the gate, man. Lock the gate. There's nowhere to go.
Florida's special teams mighty might, Brandon James, wasted no time setting the tone against the ball.
Driven back to James at the 4-yard line, drops it. Picks up to the 5, comes to the 10, veers to the left 15, 20. James between the hash marks to the 25, now comes out to the left side to the 30. He comes to the near side to the 40. James on his way to the 50, crossing midfield, inside Tennessee territory, and finally caught at the 45-yard line on a marvelous kickoff return. 3rd and 8. There's the snap to Tebow under pressure. Shovel screen. Gonna go to Hernandez to the 30. 10 and 25. Sideline right to the 20. There's the snap. Tebow. Now jump pass over the middle. Wide open in the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! Oh my! Aaron Hernandez. He was quarantined. Touchdown, Florida.
The Tebow to Hernandez tandem for a TD resulted in 7. Florida's defense and Janoris Jenkins put the brakes on the balls.
Under pressure, has to throw quickly. He fires, and the ball is caught and then dropped. It's picked up by Florida. They pressured Crompton into a quick throw. That came from coverage on the backside of the quarterback. And then Janoris Jenkins, the true freshman from Pahokee, comes in and makes a stick, and Florida will take over. Tebow dropping back, looking, now stepping up, feeling pressure, and flips the ball out here to the left side to Keaston Moore, who makes the catch and gets inside the 25.
Jonathan Phillips drilled a 39-yard field goal to put the Gators up by 10, and Florida's defense shut down Tennessee again, setting up the play of the day.
James running up, making the catch, and James to the 25. James breaks a tackle at the 27, gets to the 30. James to the 35. James to the 40. James to the 50. And there goes James at the 30. There goes James. James will go all the way for another punt return touchdown against Tennessee. Brandon James has taken another one to the checkerboard here in Knoxville, and the Gators lead 16-0.
Florida's fast-improving defense once again came up big.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line. Jonathan Crompton marks out the signals and now drops the football. It's loose. I think the Gators may have fallen on it. He dropped the football at the 2-yard line, and the pile ensues, and the Gators have taken the ball away as Tennessee has a red zone turnover at the Gators' 2-yard line.
With a healthy Percy Harvin, the Gator offense began to click. That resulted in a Jonathan Phillips field goal.
Phillips, a 40-yard field goal attempt, drilled perfectly through the uprights, and the Gators have scored 3 more.
Tennessee then put together a drive of its own. But the opportunistic Gator defense pressured ball quarterback Jonathan Crompton into a bad throw.
Crompton dropping back, looking to throw. Under some pressure, rolls out to the right, throws the ball, it's intercepted in the end zone. Oh my! The Gators get an interception back there in the end zone by Janoris Jenkins, and Jenkins runs the ball out to the 3-yard line, and the Gators have stolen another one from Tennessee. And listen to the boos in Neyland Stadium.
Janoris Jenkins came up with a game-changing interception to end the half. Florida's D again stuffed Tennessee, and a fired-up Gator offense took the field.
And now here's Tebow handing the ball off to Emmanuel Moody, and Moody with the right side running, getting inside the 35, getting down to around the 32-yard line. 3rd and 5. Tennessee showing a blitz. Here they come, and Tebow has to throw the ball quickly down toward the goal line. Touchdown! Oh my! Percy Harvin got wide open, and against a blitz, Tebow unloaded the ball into the end zone.
Florida was up by 27 and had silenced the capacity Neyland Stadium crowd. With the game well in hand, the Gator defense forced the Vols to run clock.
Nice run, but oh my, was he pounded with a hit there from Joe Hayden.
Tennessee came away with a touchdown, but Florida would stop the two-point conversion attempt.
Nicely done. The Gators' Justin Tratto broke it up right at the scrimmage line. Tennessee denied on a 2-point try.
That would be the Volunteers' only score, while Florida tacked on another field goal from the dependable Jonathan Phillips. The Gators left Knoxville with an impressive 30-6 victory over Rocky Top. After a heartbreaking 1-point loss to Ole Miss, Florida knew they had something to prove the rest of the season, and it would start with Tim Tebow in his post-game press conference.
I'm sorry. Extremely sorry. You know, we were hoping for an undefeated season. That was my goal, something Florida's never done here. But I promise you one thing, a lot of good will come out of this. You have never seen any player in the entire country play as hard as I will play the rest of the season, and you never see someone push the rest of the team as hard as I will push everybody the rest of the season, and you never see a team play harder than we will the rest of this season. God bless.
The Gators headed to Fayetteville, Arkansas, with a determined intensity to face the Razorbacks.
Dropping back, looking to throw with protection. Now flushed out to the left, and he's going to go down. He'll be sacked. Here's a handoff and a cut play for Harvin. He gets to the 50, the first down, still on his feet. Harvin with some good, strong running, breaking a couple of tackles. Here's the snap to Tebow. Shovel pass up to the inside, and James getting to the goal line. He's in with a touchdown. Brandon James.
Florida's defense kept up the pressure.
Dick dropping back, now pressured, will roll to his left, he'll be hit and be brought down as Matt Patchen got in there to make the play. 2nd and 11, Dick dropping back to throw and fires over the middle. He's got the receiver and it's broken up, incomplete.
But Florida's special teams unit was not to be outdone.
Chaz Henry strikes the ball, hits it very nice. It'll be a fair catch signal, and he's fumbled the fair catch. The ball is loose, and the Gators have recovered the football. Michael Smith signaled for a fair catch and did not come up with it, and Brandon James got down there and got the ball, and the Gators will take over. There's a handoff now to running play. Coming off to the left side, here's Dempsey. Left side got a hole, he's into the secondary, and he will score on a marvelous run of 36 yards. Jeff Demps scooting off to the left side, scores the touchdown.
Up by 14, the Gator D continued to dominate.
Now, here's Dick back to throw, and he'll be hit and grabbed and thrown down. Taking the snap, looking to throw, fires the ball down toward the end zone, and it's going to be intercepted back in the end zone as the Gators get a takeaway, and they're running the ball back. Joe Hayden bringing it to the near sideline. He's out across the 35-yard line.
After a clutch Joe Hayden interception, Florida went into the half still up by 14. Tim Tebow and company got the ball to open the second half. But after a few big plays, the Gator offense had to settle for a Jonathan Phillips field goal. With Florida up 17-zip, Arkansas finally got on the board. But Florida's offense picked up where it left off.
Here's a snap to Tebow. Again, the rocker step as he drops back to throw. And a catch made it to 21 for Deontay Thompson. Here now is Tebow on a play action, wanting to throw. Zinks ball to the end zone, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown. Percy Harvin on a beautifully thrown ball, the best pass of the day.
With the Gators up 24-7, the struggling Razorbacks put together a drive, but on 4th down, brought in their field goal team.
Haddock is 1 for 1 in field goals this year, the 30-yarder, and this kick has been blocked. The Gators got a hand up right on the inside, and Arkansas does not score.
Ahmad Black came up huge with the block and put the quick strike Florida offense back on the field, but not for long.
Tebow handing the ball off to the running play. Chris Rainey spinning and twisting. 35-40 off to the left into the secondary. 50-40. There he goes down the left sideline. Rainey. He's going to take it all the way down to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown on a beautiful 75-yard touchdown run.
With the Gators holding a comfortable 31-7 lead, Florida would close out the game, giving John Brantley and SEC Freshman of the Week, Jeffrey Dempsey, some valuable reps.
Brantley takes the snap, hands the ball off on a running play. Here comes Dempsey. Dempsey's into the secondary and gone. At the 30, at the 20, at the 10, and he will score on a 48-yard touchdown run.
Florida left Fayetteville with a confidence-building 38-7 win and some much-needed momentum. This marked the first time since 1997 versus Central Michigan that the Gators had two players rush for over 100 yards in the same game. Jeff Demps had 7 carries for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Chris Rainey ran 10 times for 103 yards and 1 score. October 11th was a date the Gators had circled on their schedule ever since last year's heartbreaking loss to eventual 2007 national champion LSU in Baton Rouge. During the Gator walk, a focused Tim Tebow pulled a U-turn and pumped up the orange and blue faithful. Then it was time to man up against the 4th-ranked Tigers.
Tebow dropping back, looking, and throws the ball deep down the field. It's tipped it in. It's going to be caught by Hartman into the secondary. Hartman the 30, cuts between the hash marks to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown! Percy Hartman makes a catch off a deflected ball and takes it in 69.5 yards for a Gator touchdown. Oh my!
It took only 98 seconds for Florida to take a 7-zip lead. The Gator D was also on a mission and stopped LSU's Charles Scott in his tracks. But Florida had to settle for a Jonathan Phillips field goal. The Gator defense forced another Tiger punt, and Brandon James made them pay.
James goes over to the 19-yard line, far side, to the 25, to the 30. He's across now to the 40, the 45 in midfield, and finally tackled. A beautiful return of 40 yards.
After another special teams big play, Florida's offense had great field position to strike again.
Tebow looking, throws the ball to the end zone. A beautiful throw and catch, touchdown! Percy Hartman scores!
With the Gators up by 17, linebacker Brandon Spikes came up big.
Fires the ball and it's going to be intercepted by the linebacker Brandon Spikes. Oh my! Spikes! He looked sensational out there in coverage and picked the ball off.
Florida got the ball back, but after stalling, Carlos Dunlap and company again shut down LSU's high-powered offense.
Fumble on the play. Oh my! Here's an option play to the left. Tebow tosses the ball now to Demps. Demps left side to 50. Beautiful run getting into LSU secondary.
Florida's dependable Jonathan Phillips nailed another field goal to put the Gators up by 20. But the Tigers got back into the game with scoring drives to end the first half and open the second.
On play action, Tebow looking to throw, and he fires the ball down the right sideline. Lewis Murphy, he's got it. Gators have first down and goal to go on a 37-yard pass play to Lewis Murphy. Here's the snap to Tebow, fakes the ball to James, trying to bootleg, rolled off to the left, and looking to get to the goal line. He'll score easily. Tim Tebow, touchdown.
Florida answered with a clutch drive to put them up 27-14. And after LSU stalled, the Gator offense took over and continued to click.
Here's Tebow on an option, tossing the ball left on a pitch to Demps. Demps to the left side to the 30. Look out, he's to the 20, and Demps is gone. He's in. Touchdown. Oh my! Demps delivers an electrifying 43-yard run on an option toss, and the Gators now open the lead. It's 33-14.
With momentum on their side, Florida's special teams again stepped up.
Trendon Holiday near side to the 10, Holiday to the 15, and a beautiful tackle that time, Cade Holiday. Here's Lee, handing it off to Murphy, and Murphy is hit by the linebacker Brandon Spikes. A nice tackle. Garrett Lee in the shotgun looks to throw, and it's going to be intercepted. Second time tonight. Brandon Spikes in open field, running the ball down the left sideline. Breaks the tackle to 25, gets to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown! Oh my! Brandon Spikes has just picked off his second pass, and this one, he took it all the way for the touchdown.
LSU responded with a score, but that just fired up Florida's offense.
Right side toss to Rainey, 30-yard line, 25, cuts to the 20, Rainey to the 10, and Rainey gets down inside the 5-yard line.
The Gators' Jonathan Phillips continued his perfect season with another field goal, and the Tigers were staring at a 44-21 deficit.
Jeff Demps, the running back. There's the snap to Tebow. He hands it off to Demps, who runs right into the back of his own player, but then spins free and gets to the 50 and breaks a tackle. At the 45, still on his feet to the 40. He's the 35, he's the 30, the 25, and down to the 21-yard line. Easton Moore, the running back. Here now is a handoff to Moore, running up the field to the 15. Tries to cut to the 10. Moore still pounding. It's 15-yard run. The Gators are shredding the LSU defense with a great ground game tonight that's produced almost 260 yards.
In front of a national TV audience and capacity crowd at the Swamp, Keyston Moore finished the scoring for the Gators. The 51-21 rout of highly ranked LSU let the country know Florida was a team to be reckoned with down the stretch.
I think it was the best of our team overall, as collectively, as a group. And, I just liked how when we were challenged, when they came back, when they had the momentum, we bounced back, we drove the ball 80 yards for a touchdown, and really just set the tempo for the rest of the game.
Yeah, here you go. Grab a hand, squeeze tight, take care of each other. One of the finest athletic performances ever. That was one of the best in college football history right there. You take that one with you the rest of your life. Grab your hand, squeeze tight. You did exactly what we said we were going to do before that game. You stuck together no matter what happened. That was a hell of a day, man.
I had a few catches. Murph had a few. Everybody had a few. We rushed over 100 yards with the backs. And I think when we mix it up and just throw everybody at the defense, it's just going to be hard to stop us.
The whole thing was just taking back the Swamp. We had guys on LSU trying to call us out and stuff. And I think guys came out with a lot of passion and relentless effort, and we got the job done.
After their 51-21 dismantling of LSU, Florida enjoyed a much-needed off week heading into their homecoming game against Kentucky. The traditional Friday parade and Gator Growl pep rally were a nice prelude to Saturday's pregame salute to George Mr. Two-Bits Edmondson, who was honored before the game in celebration of his 60th and final season as Florida's greatest cheerleader. Florida's defense shut down Kentucky and set up a fourth down opportunity for the Gators' special teams.
Tim Mastay, the punt. Here they come, and the Gators have blocked it. They blocked it, and they may pick it up. And let's see, it's down inside the 5-yard line. The snap to Tebow. He fakes to Demps. He's going to run the ball to the right. He's in. Touchdown, Tim Tebow. And the Gators take advantage of a block punt to score the first touchdown of the game.
After a quick Gators score, the Wildcats got the ball back.
Hit and dropped there, and a beautiful tackle. Will Hill. Now here's Hartline on the shovel pass. Throws it up underneath, and the Gators make the tackle quickly. Tim Mastay to try and punt it again. Here they come, and it's blocked again as the Gators got a block up on the inside. Jeff Demps blocked it. The ball going out of bounds near the goal line on the far side. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Oh, my! Oh! 2 punts, 2 blocks. Gators first and goal again. Tebow takes the snap and hands it off to Brandon James, trying to run straight up the middle. He's in. Touchdown.
In what Kentucky must have thought was a bad case of deja vu, Florida blocked a second punt and was up by 14 after only 6 minutes. Kentucky's next drive, nowhere. And Florida's offense was back on the field.
Now here's the handoff coming to Harbin, trying to go to the left side. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Oh, so easy. Oh, so Harbin.
After a Harbin score, it was Florida 21, Kentucky 0, and the Gators were in a zone.
Tebow handing it off to Demps, straight up the middle of the field. Gator first down run. He got out there like shot out of a cannon. Tebow looking to throw, fires the ball down toward the left, and it's going to be a catch, and it's a touchdown. Oh, my! Harbin was wide open, looked over his inside shoulder, made the grab, and the Gators have just posted 4 touchdowns in the first quarter today.
With the homecoming crowd roaring, the Gators were up by 28 and just getting warmed up.
Lonis Seaver, a junior from Knoxville, will try a field goal of 31 yards. There's the snap, the set down, the kick's been blocked! Oh, my! And Joe Hayden blocked it, and the Gators have caught it in the air, and they're going to try and run it back. Major Wright coming to the near sideline, and near the 40-yard line. Oh, my! They blocked another kick, and this one was returned. Tebow dropping back, looking to throw, fires underneath on a crosser. He's got Demps at the 50, down the sideline to 40, the 30, Demps to go Demps to the 20, to the 10, touchdown, touchdown. Oh, my! Demps has just gone 62 yards on a crossing pattern, touchdown, 34-0.
Jeff Demps' world-class speed burned Kentucky again, and Florida's smothering defense continued to shut down the Wildcats.
Tom, a quick hitter, hands the ball off, but nowhere to go as Terrence Sanders almost was there immediately.
Florida would give up 3 to the Cats, but Tim Tebow and his talented supporting cast were clicking.
Here now is Tebow to throw and fires down the field for Carl Moore. On Moore with a catch in Kentucky territory. That's good for nearly 25 yards. There's the snap to Tebow. He's going to try and run up the middle of the field and easily scores a touchdown. Tim Tebow.
The Gators took a dominating 42-3 lead into the half. Kentucky received to open the second half.
Here's Hartline dropping back to throw under pressure, throws, it's intercepted. It's picked off by Ahmad Black, and see you later. Touchdown. Oh my, Ahmad Black. That was gift wrap, nothing but green grass.
Ahmad Black turned an errant pass into a quick 6, and just like that, it was 49-3. The improving Gator D made another stop, and the momentum was all Florida's.
Rainey in the backfield. He takes a swing out pass to the left with a catch. Rainey to the 50. Rainey skips the tackler into Kentucky territory. Tebow looking left. Now rolling off to left. 20. Going to run the ball to the 15. And to the 10. And down near the 5-yard line. He's close to the first down. In the shotgun. Hands the ball off to Moore. Trying to hurdle forward. And he's in. Touchdown. Keyston Moore with a hurdle to the end zone.
After another near-perfect drive, the Gators were cruising with a 56-3 cushion. John Brantley took over the controls for Florida.
Brantley dropping back and looking and fires one over the middle of the field. He's got a receiver. And then David Nelson, great run, powering his way. He's got a touchdown. Oh my! David Nelson would not be denied. And that's a 38-yard touchdown pass from John Brantley.
His laser to David Nelson and the junior receiver's impressive finish was the perfect ending to a 63-5 homecoming rout of Kentucky. The Florida-Georgia game is one of America's premier rivalries, and this year's game was called the biggest in the history of the series. Both teams were ranked in the top 10 and had their sights set on SEC and national titles.
It don't get no better than this, coach. I done played in the game before the Super Bowl. It don't get no better than Florida, Georgia.
The Gators had the added incentive of avenging a gut-wrenching 42-30 loss that cost them a shot at the 2007 Eastern Division title.
Ready to see my boys win, baby.
Sturgis strikes the ball end over end. Remarcus Brown back at the 2-yard line on the far side. To the 10, Brown to the 15, and Brown cut down short of the 17-yard line. Play action, first pass, throwing underneath, and the Gators will make a tackle quickly on Noshawn Marino. Here's the handoff to Marino. Marino is hit, stuffed. Oh my! Was he hit immediately by the Gators as they surged right in there. Brandon Spikes hit him right in the chest. Stafford to the shotgun, fakes a handoff to King, tries to run to his left, and he'll be hit and dropped. What a great play by the Gator defense.
Florida's defense made a statement on the Dogs' first possession, and Percy Harvin made them pay.
The snap and the handoff to Harvin. Harvin turning the right corner, 35, Harvin 40, almost 20 yards for Harvin. Tebow on play action, rolls off to his left, throws it underneath, left side for Harvin, and he's at the 40, breaks a tackle, and finally brought down after another play for Harvin of almost another 20 yards. Now here's Tebow, option to the left side, gonna give it to Harvin, to the 10, to the 5, there goes Harvin! Oh, so easy! Oh, so Harvin again! Touchdown, Florida, on a 13-yard run.
The Gators' suffocating D held Georgia to a field goal, and after a heads-up recovery of an onside kick, Tebow and company took over.
Tebow dropping back, looking, and throws the ball down the field. And there's got the receiver, Aaron Hernandez. Tight end catch on the near sideline. There's the snap to Tebow, and he's going to run the draw. And Tebow down to the 15-yard line. Picks up 7 yards against the Georgia defense. Gator line digs in. Tebow in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks to run it, and Tebow's in. There's your record, 37 career rushing touchdowns for Tim Tebow, a Gators record.
Up 14-3, the defense continued its relentless attack.
He'll be hit, he'll be dropped. Jermaine Cunningham and Brandon Spikes doubled him up. Stafford looks to throw the ball down toward the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. 27-yard field goal try. The kick is up, and it is no good. It hit the left upright.
Georgia's missed field goal would end the first half with the Gators up 14-3. To open the second half, Florida's punt team came up with a game-changing play.
The Gators may have downed it. I think they have. At the 1-yard line. Now here's the toss for Marino. Nothing up on the inside, and he'll be hit and dropped. Stafford again on play action, dropping to throw, and fires the ball off. It's intercepted by Joe Hayden. Hayden down the left sideline in midfield. Hayden to the 40. Hayden to the 30. Hayden now in some traffic. Stops at the 25. Still on his feet to the 20. To the 15. To the 10. And to the 5. And down to the goal line. My. Gators first and goal at the Georgia 1-yard line.
That's how you get one. That's how you take the game. That's how you take the game.
After a game-changing 88-yard Joe Hayden interception return, it only took Florida one play to punch it in.
Tebow running off to the left. He's in. Touchdown, Tim Tebow.
That put the Gators up 21-3, and Dustin Doe and the Florida defense continued to come up with big plays.
Hands the ball off to Marino, trying to run, but he got tackled from the backside. Great play coming from behind. Stafford under pressure, looks to throw the ball down the field. It's broken up beautifully. Dustin Doe.
The offense was on a roll and came out looking for more.
Now here's Tebow on play action. Looking right, now looking left, and throwing left, deep, long ball, left side. Lewis Murphy, he's got it, touchdown! Oh my! Beautiful play, 44 yards, Lewis Murphy.
The Tebow to Lewis Murphy score was a dagger in Georgia's heart and put the Gators up 28-3.
Let's go. Yeah, you gotta win. Let's go.
There's a toss to Marino, and he fumbles the toss, has to dive back and get on the ball. It's picked up by the Gators, and they're going to run the ball back toward the goal line. And down inside the 10, Terrence Sanders has the football at the 9-yard line. Oh, my!
After a no-Sean Marino fumble, Florida continued its scoring onslaught.
And Tebow's going to try and run the ball up the middle of the field, wide open. Oh, my! Like the parting of the Red Sea. And Tebow saw green. Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown!
Up 35-3, the Gator defense was on fire and playing its best football of the season.
Stafford under some pressure, looks to throw and fires, and it's going to be intercepted. What an interception by Dustin Doe! He tipped it and then caught it, and he picked it up. Stafford backpedaling to the 3-yard line, throws to the left, and it's batted down. And here's Stafford to throw it again. And fires down the middle of the field. It's going to be tipped and now intercepted. Picked off by the Gators as Ahmad Black is bringing the ball back. Near sideline 50, Black 40. Got to beat Stafford, the quarterback. And Stafford trips him up a little. And Black continues to run and gets down to the 25-yard line. The Gators have their 4th takeaway of the day.
Ahmad Black came up with another Florida INT. And it didn't take long for Tebow to find Harmon.
Fires the ball down the end zone, wide open in quarantine. Percy Harmon, touchdown! Oh my! Gators are going to hit their scoring average for the year. They put 41 on Georgia.
The 42-3 lead made the 2007 Georgia loss a distant memory. And Jacksonville native Tim Tebow returned for one last curtain call.
Tim Tebow takes the snap, hands the ball off to Emmanuel Moody. Moody up the middle of the field of the 40, sprints to the outside, 45-50. Moody in Georgia territory, 45-yard line, still pounding inside the 40. A beautiful run for Emmanuel Moody. That's good for 29 yards. And Tim Tebow gets a standing ovation as he goes to the sideline.
The talented John Brantley and Deontay Thompson finished off the Gators scoring.
Brantley rolls off to his left and throws it left side. Deontay Thompson to the 30, good for 13 yards. There's the snap to Brantley. Here comes Georgia. Brantley steps in there and throws. Down to the goal line. Touchdown! Deontay Thompson scores his first career touchdown catch.
A year of frustration had ended with a 49-10 blowout and one of the most satisfying Gator wins in the history of the Florida-Georgia series.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to tell you something. I love this team. Yes, I love who we are. I love who we are. I admire who we are. From the bottom of my heart, from this coaching staff, we wanted this one.
It's special. It really is. It means a lot. To come out to win like this, man, it's just a great feeling. Georgia, they're a great team, you know, and to come out and win like this, man, it says a lot about our team.
After the impressive win over Georgia that put the Gators back in the SEC and national title hunts, Florida traveled to Vanderbilt for a chance to lock up the SEC East.
Roll that line and go straight through Nashville, baby. Let's get it.
Carlos Dunlap and Florida's punt team set the tone for the night.
There's the snap, a little rugby style run to the right. The kick was blocked right up front, but it still travels upfield, and the Gators will pick it up near the 37-yard line.
Florida's offense was also in tune.
Tebow hands it off to Harbin, who'll run to the right. To the 25, slips a tackle. Inside the 20. Play action. Tebow rolling left. Throwing the ball in the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown. Louis Murphy. All alone in the deep left corner. And the Gators score on their opening drive in Nashville tonight.
After a Tim Tebow to Louis Murphy score, the defense responded again.
Walker goes in motion and takes a handoff, trying to jet sweep to the left, and he'll be cut down on a beautiful play. A loss of about 7. It'll be 4th and long.
A fired-up Brandon Spikes helped get the ball back, and Tebow showed his Heisman form.
Thompson, right side catch, 45-50 in Vanderbilt territory. Drops back, looking, now stepping up, and going to run with open space to the 30 on a 2nd and 1. Tebow runs for about 9. Now Harbin motions as Tebow runs the option to the right and keeps the football, runs the ball inside the 20, inside the 15, breaks the tackle, he's to the 10, he'll take it down and score! Oh my, a beautiful run by Tebow, 26-yard touchdown, it's 13-0.
The Commodore offense had no answer for Florida's D.
Adams back to throw. He's hit as he throws. He fires the pass. It got deflected as Ahmad Black is there to make the catch before it hit the ground. The Gators got pressure on Adams, who had to throw it quickly. A deflection, and then Ahmad Black has his 5th pick of the year.
Ahmad Black's interception gave the offense great field position, and Tebow made the most of it with a nifty move for 6.
Big Tebow running the ball to the right, breaks a tackle to 6, and turns upfield. He's got a touchdown. Oh my! What elusive ball handling! A fake to Dips. Tebow rolled to the right. They had him. They couldn't finish him, and Tebow took it in for another touchdown. Into the first quarter, the Gators lead 20-0.
The defense again stepped up, and Carlos Dunlap got a rare second punt block in the same half.
Not gonna get, and it's gonna be taken down at around the 29-yard line.
The Gator offense continued its amazing red zone performance as Tebow found Riley Cooper in the end zone.
Throws the ball to the end zone. He's got a receiver and a touchdown for Riley Cooper.
With a comfortable 28-0 lead, the defense turned it up a notch.
Adams dropping back under pressure. He slips and he goes down. A loss of 11.
Florida got the ball back one last time before the half and made Vandy pay.
Here's Tebow dropping to throw in some traffic and still standing. And now throwing a ball deep down the field and wide open. David Nelson, touchdown. Oh my!
The Gators were up 35-0, and the SEC East title was 1/2 away. Florida's red-hot offense came out in the second half and finished the night scoring with a Percy Harvin touchdown.
There's the snap, and Harbin going to run. Harbin trying to hurdle to the goal line. Touchdown! Percy Harbin scores.
Florida celebrated its road trip to Nashville with a convincing 42-14 win over Vandy and Coach Urban Meyer's second SEC East title in 4 years.
SEC East champs, baby.
On a dreary, rainy afternoon that was a perfect backdrop for a game in the swamp, Steve Spurrier and his South Carolina Gamecocks came to town with the SEC's top-ranked defense and an upset on its mind. But the Gators wanted to prove they had a dominating defense of their own.
He is stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Dropping to throw, now stepping up, looking like he wants to run, and the Gators close down on him, and they make a stop. Now, here's Smelly rolling back and looking to throw the ball, throws it away, interception, Brandon Spikes will score, he's got a touchdown, oh my!
Urban Meyer had told his team that grabbing the momentum early was critical, and Brandon Spikes and Ahmad Black were paying attention.
Here's a quick throw, and it's tipped and intercepted. It was tipped by the Gators, and Hicks tipped it, and Ahmad Black intercepted it. Oh my! At the 26-yard line.
The offensive line continued to open holes for the elusive Percy Harvin.
Tebow hands it off to Harbin, runs straight up the middle of the field, breaks the tackle to 15, to 10, to 5, touchdown! Percy! He was quicker to hiccup to the end zone. A beautiful 26-yard run.
The Gators were up 14-0. Then it was time for special teams captain James Smith to get in on the action.
But he'll bring it out, and he now stops and throws a pass across to the left, and it's a loose ball. It's picked up by the Gators. James Smith. Oh my! James Smith has just picked up a fumble on a lateral off a kickoff. Razzle-dazzle backfires. There's the snap to Tebow. He's going to try and run to the left. He's in. Touchdown, Timmy.
After Tim Tebow stuck it in for 6, Florida was up by 21.
And he's hit. Oh my! Sacked by Brandon Hicks.
The Gators were on a roll. But after a fumble in wet conditions, the defense came through again, and Florida would get the ball back.
Harbin motions in the backfield. Tebow fakes to Harbin, keeps the ball. Tebow to the 30 and out to the 35. That's a beautiful run by Tebow. And now here's play action for Tebow, dropping back to throw. A deep ball down the right side. Deontay Thompson, he's got a touchdown! Oh my! Beautifully thrown, 46 yards. Deontay Thompson, give him 6.
Florida was now in front 28-0. Though the Gators kept the Gamecocks from gaining much ground, they did manage to get a field goal in before the end of the half. To open the second half, the Gators and the always dangerous Percy Harvin electrified the capacity crowd.
Tebow hands it off to Harbin on the cutback, off to the left to the 30, Harbin to the 40, Harbin to the 50, and there he goes! Harbin on his way! He's gone! He's gone! He's gone! 80 yards for a touchdown! Oh my!
Florida's smothering defense limited South Carolina to a field goal, and America's hottest offense took over again.
Dropping back, looking to throw, and fires the ball for Murphy at the 50, and Murphy spinning inside the 45. It's good for 25 more yards. Tebow hands it off to Dips. Dips to the left, nothing there, bounces to the right. He's to the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's gone! Touchdown! Oh my! Dips denied initially, but not finally. 38 yards and a Gators touchdown.
Holding a commanding 42-6 lead and the defense on fire, enter Brandon James.
Taken by James at the 15, but they got down there quickly on him, and James tries to veer off to the left, to the 20, gets to the 25, still on his feet to the 30, 35, 40, and down the sideline to 50, and finally got caught on the far sideline.
With great field position and the Gamecocks on their heels, the Gators continued to attack.
Tebow back to throw and zings the ball over the field. He's got a receiver down there at the 5-yard line. Tebow back to throw. And Hernandez, one-hand catch. He got it. Touchdown. Aaron Hernandez, a fine catch in the corner.
Aaron Hernandez's one-handed circus catch made it 49-6. But the hungry Florida defense wasn't done.
Here's Garcia on a play action, dropping back, nothing open deep. He rolls right, still wants to throw, and fires the ball down the right side, and it's going to be intercepted, picked off beautifully by Will Hill on the near sideline, and coming inside the 45-yard line.
The talented Chris Rainey finished the scoring with back-to-back impressive runs set up by key blocks from the O-line.
First and goal, 3-yard line. Here now is a handoff for Rainey up the middle of the field. He's in. Touchdown, Chris Rainey.
Florida's 56-6 blowout of South Carolina and its #1 rated defense sent a clear message to the rest of the country. This was a team with some big goals still ahead of it. That idea seemed to be shared by the chief parrot head and one of the Gators' biggest fans.
Hey, listen up. I don't get awed by many people. I'm awed by this cat. I want to introduce to you guys Jimmy Buffett.
Week 11 brought the Citadel Bulldogs to town. This was also the last game for the seniors.
Let's take care of these seniors the right way. Take care of the seniors. There's one way to do it. It's what we do.
And at the invitation of Coach Meyer and the Gator football team, there was a very special person honored as part of Senior Day festivities. George Edmondson, Mr. Two-Bits, who was bidding the Gator Nation farewell in this, his 60th and final season as Florida's greatest cheerleader. Edmondson had attended the Citadel, and both his first and last games leading the Two-Bits cheer for the Gators were against the Citadel. The Florida defense wasted little time.
And it's intercepted by Janoris Jenkins on a return at the 40-yard line to the 45. Jenkins coming near midfield. Tebow on play action, dropping to throw, fires to the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown. Lewis Murphy in the right corner.
And before you knew it, Florida was up 14-0. The Gator defense kept up the pressure and got the offense back out there.
And here's Tebow on a play action, looking to throw the ball, fires it deep down the field toward the end zone, and there's going to be a catch and a touchdown for Riley Cooper.
Florida was up 21-0, and Florida wasn't slowing.
There's the snap to Harvin. Harvin running to the right. Nothing there. Tries to reverse and sweeps back to the left. 15, 10, turning left to the 5. Touchdown, Percy Harvin. Tebow drops to throw, looking, now firing deep down the end zone. Here's a touchdown catch for Deontay Thompson. And here's a handoff to Rainey, trying to run off to his left to the 20. And Rainey stopped at the 19, reverses field. Goes off to the right. 25, Rainey 30, Rainey 40, Rainey in midfield with a blocker. Rainey down the sideline at the 20 and caught from behind at the 10-yard line on a run of 74 yards. There's the snap to Tebow, the handoff to Keyston Moore. He's up the middle, touchdown.
With Florida way out in front with a 42-0 lead, the rest of the game was all younger players making a showing.
Rainey, straight up the middle of the field. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10. Brantley hands it off to Moody. First down, off to the left. Moody to the secondary. A 40, the 30, a cutback at the 25, inside the 20. Rolls right, wants to pass, and will be tackled by Justin Tratto. There's the snap and the handoff to Moody, running off to the right, and Moody puts the ball over the goal line. Touchdown!
Florida had little trouble with the Citadel and sent off the seniors and Mr. Two-Bits in style with a 70-19 romp. In the previous 4 meetings with arch-rival Florida State, Florida had come away victorious. This year, the Gators knew they would be challenged by a tough Florida State defense that was ready to stop the powerful Florida offense.
Take care of yourself. Take care of your teammate. Do your job. 4 to 6 seconds, everything you got.
In Tallahassee, the rains came hard, and Florida would open the game with the ball.
Here's Tebow going to run the ball straight up the middle of the field at the 40-yard line. He's near midfield at the 50-yard line and finally tackled there on a beautiful 17-yard run. 3rd down and 5 from the 45-yard line. Tebow to throw, fires over the middle of the field, a low throw and a catch made. There's the snap to Harvin. He slips and then starts to run to the right to the 5. He'll take it all the way in. A touchdown! Oh my!
Florida came away with a quick 7, and the Gator D wasted no time slowing the Seminoles, leaving them to only a field goal. Florida's offense had some trouble in the mud, but Chaz Henry pinned them deep and flipped the field.
Tremendous punt. It'll go about 67 yards. Bonder dropping back and looking, now stepping up and throwing a long ball down the field. It'll be broken up and it's going to be intercepted on a tip ball, deflected into the hands of Major Wright. Oh my! Beautiful coverage back there on a tip ball. It deflected right to Major Wright. There's the snap to Tebow. Now rolling off to his right. Tebow's going to run it to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, and Tebow levels a blow. Oh my! There's the snap to Tebow. Hands off to Demps. Demps through the opening. Gets to the 40. Demps near sideline 30, 25, 20, 15, and just got caught at about the 10-yard line. Tebow in the gun. Rolls off to his left. Now stops. Looks to throw the ball back here. Wide open in quarantine. The tight end, Aaron Hernandez. Touchdown!
Florida was now up 14-3, and the Gator defense was stiffening.
Tebow rolling left, now stopping, looking to throw, and fires down the field. He's got a receiver down the field, David Nelson. And now looks to shovel again to Hernandez at the 20, spinning upfield inside the 15, and pounding his way down to the 12-yard line. Tebow takes the snap, trying to run off the left straight ahead, pounding down to the goal line, and a powerful Tim Tebow touchdown run.
Florida was pulling away with a 21-6 lead. Florida's D held up strong, only giving up a field goal to FSU. The Gators then took to the rain-drenched field to mount another drive.
Here's Tebow back to throw and zings it down the field. Lewis Murphy at a catch. Here's Tebow again wanting to pass, rolling off to his left, throws the ball down toward the end zone. It's caught! Touchdown! Aaron Hernandez scores again!
Florida was up 28-9, punctuated by a Seminoles muff on a fake field goal attempt to end the first half.
He makes the catch off the fake and then falls down.
Florida State would get the ball to start the second half, but not for long.
They throw the football and it's intercepted right to Brandon Spikes at the 35, to the 30, 25, inside to the 20-yard line. Brandon Spikes with another pickoff. Beautifully done. There's the snap to Tebow on 3rd down. Looking. Now throws the ball down to the end zone, and it's going to be caught on the sideline in the end zone. Lewis Murphy. Oh, my.
In just over a minute into the second half, Florida struck again with an interception and a touchdown, putting the Gators up 35-9. The Gator D held FSU again, and the Florida offense hit the ground running.
Here's Tebow handing off to Rainey, and a hole opens up the middle. Rainey out to the 40, Rainey to the 50, Rainey into the secondary, 40, 30, 20, 15, and they got him and just inside the 15-yard line. 62 yards on the run.
After Rainey's huge run, Florida had to settle for a field goal. After a Florida State score, Florida's special teams blocked the extra point attempt. The Gators were sailing comfortably with a 38-15 lead. But Florida's Janoris Jenkins and the rest of the Gator D wasn't finished with FSU.
Fires it, and it's going to be intercepted by Janoris Jenkins. At the 40-yard line, the Gators have picked off FSU's quarterbacks 3 times today.
The Gator power offense decided to do a little mud run.
To the 25, to the 20, near sideline, 15, 10, 5, tries to get the ball to the pylon, and he's out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Tebow running to the boundary, now tosses to Demps, and Demps on a catch on the toss, takes it in, scores, touchdown.
Florida finished off FSU 45-15 and ended the game, sacking FSU's Drew Weatherford 3 times.
It's a great rivalry. It's one of the biggest that we play, and it means a lot. We play for these coaches, we play for each other, we play for this university. We have a lot of passion, enthusiasm, and we care a lot about what we're doing.
You know, I grew up with Seminole, and just to come back and get at them like that, I mean, it's great, man, and getting in the end zone, I love it.
This is a great rivalry, man, and it just feels great to go 4-0 against Florida State.
The Gators' sights were now set on Atlanta and the SEC Championship game to face Alabama. Florida had pounded through the rest of its regular season undefeated with a high-powered offense and a punishing defense. Facing the #1 ranked Crimson Tide was considered a battle for the ages. Alabama had veteran quarterback John Parker Wilson and a hard-nosed running back in Glenn Coffey. On the defensive side, they had the imposing Terrence Cody. The Tide chose to receive, and the Florida D was put to the test early.
John Parker Wilson under center, hands the ball to Coffey. Coffey runs straight ahead and powers out behind the huge line over the Gators. Pinch down. Coffey takes another handoff and tries to run off the left side. And there's a tackle made by Ryan Stamper. He drops back, looks to throw, fires over the middle of the field, and Ahmad Black got in there. He made the catch, but Ahmad Black made the tackle, and that's short of a first down.
Florida had passed its first test. Now, a focused Tim Tebow and company took to the field.
Tebow in the gun, takes the snap, looks to throw, and fires the ball to Murphy on a slant. He makes the catch and gets to the Alabama 43-yard line. Alabama shows blitz from middle linebacker. Tebow runs the option to the right to Demps at the 40, at the 35, and Demps tackled after a first down run. Tim Tebow runs the ball to the 30, 25-20, inside the 20, got knocked down on a big tackle, but that's a nice run for the Gator quarterback. Tebow all alone. Alabama blitzing. Tebow throws quickly left side, down in the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown. Carl Moore went low to grab it, and the Gators score a touchdown on their opening drive.
The Gators scored the first points of the game. On the next drive, Bama came away with 7 points of its own. 2 programs began to dig in, fighting for national respect and an SEC championship. On its next possession, Bama tried the right side again, but Janoris Jenkins' key tackle forced the Tide to settle for 3.
Dropping back under a blitz. He's hit as he throws, and he fires. Incomplete.
In the second quarter, Alabama, struggling to move the ball in the red zone, lined up to kick again.
They're going to fake it, and here now they're going to try and run the ball, and he'll be hit and dropped at the 31-yard line.
And the Gators took over.
Tebow dropping back under some pressure, steps up to run, 35-40, and out near the 45-yard line. That's a first down. Tebow fakes the ball to Demps, drops back, wants to throw, and fires a deep ball down the sideline. Riley Cooper there, 20-yard line, 15-10, and shoved out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Oh, my. Phillips, 19-yard kick off the left hash. There's the snap, the set down, the kick is up, it is good.
A Jonathan Phillips field goal tied the game at 10-10. Florida's special teams kicked a deep ball, and Alabama's Javier Arenas stepped out. The Gator defense kept them there, getting the offense back on the field.
Tebow dropping back, going to run it again to the 30. He gets inside the 30, has a first down, he gets hit hard. Tebow faking the ball to Moody and looking to throw and fires down the field. Hernandez on a catch, and he's got the ball. First down at the 5-yard line. 3rd and goal. There's the snap. Here comes Alabama. He looks to make the throw down to the goal line. Touchdown. David Nelson right there to make the reception.
With that Tim Tebow to David Nelson TD, Florida went into the half up 17-10. Florida received the ball to open the second half, but was unable to gain any ground. The third quarter would belong to the Crimson Tide. Alabama was grinding out running plays, scoring 7 on one drive and a field goal on another.
Here's the Alabama kick, and it's a long one. Back to the goal line. James gonna run it up to the 15, to the 20, and to the 25, and up to the 30, and trying to slip 3 out to the 35, and up to the 38-yard line. On a 38-yard kickoff return to end the third quarter, the Gators try and regain a little momentum as they try and regain the lead.
Florida had been called out all week with questions about toughness, and that's when Florida saved its best for last.
Here's Tebow on play action, dropping to pass. Looks to swing it out underneath left side Nelson. Makes a man miss. It's a 20 at the 15 and down to the 15-yard line. He put a little move on Dante Hightower that time. An option on a shovel pass to Hernandez at the 5, at the 4, at the 3-yard line. And that's a Gators first down on a shovel to the tight end Aaron Hernandez. Here now is Tebow going to run the left option to Dimps. And Dimps will run in untouched for a Gators touchdown. Oh my! Take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Florida was up 24-20, and Brandon Spikes and the rest of the Gators could not wait to push back the Tide once again.
Wilson dropping back, looking left, now going to throw the deep ball down the right sideline, and it's going to be broken up. The Gators had good coverage with Hayden on Julio Jones, and they're going to run the ball to Coffey. And Coffey gets a couple of yards and gets dropped. Third down 8. Now here's Wilson dropping back, straight back under a blitz. He's hit and dropped. Oh my! Jermaine Cunningham has the defensive play of the night. A sack back at the 31-yard line and a loss of 12.
Jermaine Cunningham and the rest of the Gators delivered, putting Florida's red-hot offense back on the field.
Tebow dropping back to throw. Fires the ball deep down the side for Murphy. Far sideline, a catch. That's good for the Gators, 33 yards and the first down. Here's Tebow on a play action, looks to throw. Fires high, and he's got a catch. He threw high, but Aaron Hernandez says, I go high. The tight end makes the grab. Tebow looks and throws the ball low to Cooper at the goal line. He's got a touchdown on a slant play. Rayleigh Cooper, a catch. Oh my! Gators by 10.
What I said, right up. I told you.
Florida put the Tide to rest with that touchdown, with only 2:50 left on the clock. Florida 31, Alabama 20. Florida's Joe Hayden officially ended the game for Alabama.
Under some pressure, here comes Spikes. They hit Wilson as he throws. The ball's going to be intercepted. Right on the near sideline, Joe Hayden bringing it down inside the 20. Now cuts and veers to the right at the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Joe Hayden, there you go, Joe. And the Gators have a pickoff, and they've got their 24th school record tying interception. Oh my! The Florida Gators have come from behind with a 2-touchdown rally in the fourth quarter to win their 9th SEC championship game as the streamers come tumbling down from the roof of the Georgia Dome, celebrating another Florida victory here in Atlanta as the Gators have beaten the Alabama Crimson Tide and knocked them from the ranks of the undefeated. The final score here in the championship game tonight, Florida 31 and Alabama 20.
Best feeling ever is, man. I told everybody before the game, it don't get no better than the SEC championship game, and it damn sure don't. It was the best time ever.
It's great, man. It feels like the Super Bowl of college, man. We came out, we played hard, and we deserved every last bit of it.
It feels unbelievable. I mean, just to get this victory and just to be a part of this great team. This is a special team. And I love these guys. You know, we're a family. It's just an awesome feeling.
Thank you very much, Gator Nation.
The following evening, Florida would await the decision on a BCS bowl bid at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium.
Time to make it official. No big surprise. The FedEx BCS National Championship Game, January 8th in Florida, and that scoreboard at Dolphin Stadium could get a serious workout because Oklahoma and Florida are coming.
Florida had been down this road not long ago and knew it would be 5 long weeks of disciplined preparation. Urban Meyer paced his practices the same way he did in 2006, releasing his players on December 23rd to spend time with family. An oddly empty Florida football complex still had one resident.
I just feel like I just owe people back just for being by me and just sticking through everything with me. I'm a hard worker, so anytime I can put in work and this is a national championship, if you can't work to play in this game, then you shouldn't be playing football.
With weeks of tedious media coverage and hype, game day finally arrived.
Let's go! Let's go!
Florida entered the stadium jovial and upbeat.
We're here now!
Florida would have to contend with Oklahoma's high-powered hurry-up offense, the same offense that had Heisman-winning quarterback Sam Bradford and was averaging 60 points per game in the last 5 games of the season. This would only be the second time in history that 2 Heisman winners would face each other for the national championship. Florida set the tone early.
Bradford dropping back, pump short, now fakes and throws the ball deep down the left sideline. It is going to be incomplete. It would have been caught, but there was a monster hit by Major Wright.
The Gator defense had shut down the Sooner high-powered offense. It was the first time all season that Oklahoma did not score in the first quarter.
Tebow swings it out quickly to the left for Harbin. 25-30, Harbin 35. Harbin still pounding hard, and there's a play of 14 yards and a Florida first down. Tebow on play action, rolling left, looking to throw the ball over the field. He's got the tight end Hernandez crossing route, and a first down getting inside the 25-yard line. Tebow back to throw, into some pressure, steps up with the ball, now stops and throws it down the field, and got a receiver inside the 5-yard line. Lewis Murphy had it, and he gets to the goal line. It's going to be called a touchdown.
But as Oklahoma had shown all season long, they could strike and strike fast. On the sidelines, defensive coordinator Charlie Strong made adjustments. On Florida's next series, Tebow threw another uncharacteristic interception, and momentum swung over to the Sooners.
57% on 4th down. They hand it off to Brown, and Brown is hit and stopped. Oh my! A touchdown saving tackle by Torrey Davis.
Torrey Davis and the rest of the Gator D came up huge with an impressive goal line stand. Oklahoma appeared stunned, and the momentum had clearly shifted back to Florida on this electric run by Percy Harbin.
And Percy Harbin hurrying out to the 48-yard line on a magnificent 45-yard run.
But Florida was unable to sustain the drive, and Oklahoma's playmakers moved the ball with great speed. Oklahoma's hurry-up style was working. Surely the Gators were not to pull off another goal line stand.
There's the snap. Bradford looking, fires the ball down toward the goal line. Manny Johnson gets it. It's tipped, and it's going to be intercepted. Oh, my!
Florida had held the most prolific offense in the history of college football to just 7 points. This game was a test of wills.
Hey, baby, put your heart on the table, baby. Hey, let's go. Get in here. Let's go. Get in here right now. Get in here. Hey, we got 30 minutes for the rest of our lives. 30 minutes for the rest of our lives. That's our battle in the first half. It ain't happening. We get the ball. I promise you one thing. We're going to hit somebody, and we're taking down the field for a touchdown. I guarantee you that.
Now Tebow's going to run an option and keep the ball and run it to the 45 and get out to the 48-yard line and pick up 12 yards. And he's trying to fire up this crowd. 3rd and 10, and Tebow back to throw, steps up to run to the 30, near side 25, and breaks a tackle, gets inside the 20, to the 19, he's got a first down! Oh my! There's the snap to Harbin, trying to run to the right, Harbin down in the goal line, touchdown! Oh, mercy, Percy! Gators have taken the lead!
The Gators closed out a powerful drive, taking the lead 14-7. A determined Gator defense kept up the pressure on Sam Bradford. With that stop, Oklahoma had to settle for a field goal attempt.
There's the snap, the set down, the kick has been blocked! Oh my! Right up on the inside, had no chance! There were all sorts of Gators there to block the kick!
The Gator offense struggled on the next series, getting pressure on Tebow. The battle raging on. Florida's defense battled Oklahoma each and every play. But a 3rd goal line stand was improbable, and the game was suddenly tied at 14. The Gator offense had to muster the team's energy. Playing in pain, Percy Harvin made a statement.
Handing it off to Harvin, a quick hitter. Harvin to the 25, Harvin to the 30, Harvin to the 40, Harvin down the sideline to 50, Harvin to the 40, Harvin to the 30, and Harvin finally shoved out of bounds. Here's Tebow handing it off to Harvin again. Harvin to the 20, Harvin to the 15, and Harvin down to the 14-yard line. But Harvin is a little slow to get back up after that run. As the Gator medical staff now looks at Percy Harvin.
Dependable Jonathan Phillips put Florida up by 3 and put a re-energized Gator defense back on the field.
Bradford jumping back under some pressure, looks to throw, fires the ball down the field. It will be intercepted. Ahmad Black took it right away from the Oklahoma receiver. It looked like it was going to be a catch for Oklahoma, but there was Ahmad Black to strip it away.
The stunned Heisman Trophy winner left the field in front of the increasingly quiet Oklahoma fans. Like they did against Alabama, Tebow and the offense could smell blood.
Fires the ball down the middle of the field. David Nelson runs there and makes the catch. Here's Tebow, gonna run, jump pass, throw to the end zone, and a touchdown. David Nelson caught the jump pass in the end zone. David Nelson scored.
Florida was now up 24 to 14. With another defensive stand and 2:26 on the clock, the celebration had truly started.
Urban Meyer just got a Gatorade bath on the sideline. Gators in a victory formation. Tebow takes the knee. More flashbulbs pop. The Gators bust from the sidelines. The Florida Gators have won another BCS National Championship, stopping the highly regarded Oklahoma offense and holding the 14 points. The Gators win the national championship tonight here in Miami. The final score, the Gators 24 and Oklahoma 14.
Most of the time, I'm just thankful, man. It's been a long season for us, though. We battled through the season. To come out and win like this, especially as my senior year, though, it's just tremendous.
It's the best feeling in the world, man. I feel like last time we were here, our whole class was kind of young, 06. But we put so much work and we led this team to back to where we wanted to be, and it's great to be a national champion.
We got great leaders on the team. Tebow, Spikes, I mean, they're the two main captains on our team, man. They just brought us all together and we played well.
Oklahoma, they're a real high-powered team, and the thing Coach told us about when they make plays, just don't fall. Just keep fighting. That's what we did. They got in our red zone. A lot of times, the 1-yard line, 5-yard line, we just kept tough, kept believing in each other and played hard defense.
You know, we knew from the jump, it was going to be about defense. Our guys just showed character when we got to stop. We knew it was a momentum change. We expect to play great on defense, and I think we've done that. And our coach has done a great job of, getting us prepared. But hey, go Gators!
It's a dream come true. To win 2 out of 3. It's not many teams that did that. And like I said, nobody gave us a chance. Our D-line was too small, not tough enough. Offensive line wasn't tough enough, and we proved them wrong again.
And I just thank God, man, to be able to do it. I came out here to do today, man, and I'm just proud of my teammates and the coaches, man. We came so far, battled so much adversity, and now we finally made it.
It's just an unbelievable night. Just a dream come true. My college experience has been a dream. It's been so unbelievable. I'm just so happy I made the decision to come here and play for Coach Meyer and play with these guys. And I'm so proud of it. We fought for 4 quarters and we played really, really hard, and that's why we won.
We'll sing a song for the flag today. Cheer for the team and play. On to the goal, we'll fight away from Florida.
It was a great night in Miami for the Gators and their fans, totaling 3 national titles, 2 in the last 3 years under Coach Urban Meyer. It was determination and grit. A promise by Tim Tebow was a promise kept. It was a team that learned how to overcome and not back down. It was old school. It was new school. It was the 2008 national champions, Florida Gators.
So thank you, God bless, and I appreciate all you. Thank you so much. Oh, and by the way, one more thing. Let's do it again. I'm coming back.
Watch the win.
Hey, Earl, we got to